It's 4 o'clock in Los Angeles. It's 6 o'clock in Chicago. And it's 7 p.m. in New York City. Hello, everybody. I'm Mad Dog DeCipio. And this is the Wednesday night edition of What's the Buzz, America's Best Podcast. I am joined by the best co-host in the biz, Amelia the Pitbull Chapman. How are you, Amelia?
Doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good. I thought maybe I'd surprise you with that one.
I know it was like
Surprised.
another curveball thrown at me today.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Well,
Yep.
we have a guest joining us tonight. I just heard from our guest. They will be here shortly.
Mhm.
So we'll save that big video intro for when they get here.
Great.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. So how you doing, kid?
Doing good. Doing good.
You staying out of trouble?
Yeah, trying to anyway.
You're a lousy liar. You are such a bad liar. Here's how I know when you're lying,
Mm.
because you hesitate. You
Well, I was trying to think about I've been there a month at
you
work. And
hesitate bad. That's how I know. Say, okay, something's going on. She's lying, so she had a shitty day or something happened.
well, they threw a curveball at me at work. They put me in this different program. I'm like, I do not like this thing. I hate it. Go. When you get comfortable and you're using this one program, and then
Yeah.
they throw a curveball at you, and you're like,
Yeah, talk to my wife about that.
I'm like, okay, why do they do this to me? They didn't really train me on this, but I guess I have to learn for myself on how to do it.
Yeah.
So just get in it and work it. That's how it
My
works.
wife has been using the same program at work for ages, and then somebody had the bright idea out of the blue to change the system and
Yeah.
change the software.
Exactly.
So she ended up going to these classes, right?
Yes.
Turned out that she didn't need them anyway because none of that applied to her position.
Oh no.
Yeah, and so she besides she wanted to strangle somebody. It was a colossal waste of time.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing. So tonight we have an interesting show. We're going to feature a young heartthrob, an actor, fashion model, fitness model, kind of like he wants to be everything.
Yeah.
I'm going to set him straight about that tonight. He'll get some Mad Dog tonight.
Right.
His name is Gunnar Pope. He will be joined by his mother tonight, Christina. Christina Pope will be here tonight, and I didn't know, and I'll be honest with you,
Yes.
I didn't know how old Gunnar was. I thought he was a minor. I thought his mother was joining him because he's a minor. But you found out something. How old is this young man?
He's actually 21 years old.
He's 21. Okay.
Yes.
So he can handle it. We're allowed to have some, adult conversation. This is good. Here you go.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, speak of the devil, and there he is.
Hello.
How you doing? This is our check this out, kid. Tonight, rising teen heartthrob, Gunnar Pope. Look at that. Hot damn. So are you Gunnar, are you there? Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes,
sir.
I hear you.
Alrighty.
Absolutely. So listen, we're just telling everybody that I thought that you were just like a young kid. I thought you were like maybe 17, 18. Come to find out, you're 21. You got this baby face thing going for you.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
He does.
You also, I wrote an article about you. By the way, you'll get it eventually if I let you have it. If I let you have it. I called you the perfectly crafted combination of John Schneider and Patrick Swayze.
I've heard both of those.
You definitely have a Patrick Swayze kind of thing going on. But when I saw you next to John Schneider, I went,
oh yeah,
damn, this kid it looked just like the Duke brother.
John Schneider. Yeah, John Schneider.
Let's talk about this, Gunnar. A lot of people in this industry. They get into it for lots of reasons. Fame, success, fortune, get laid, get the girls, lots of parties, shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So why'd you get into the business?
Um, it was honestly luck. And then I started doing it, and it was like, it's pretty cool. And now going back, if I go back to a normal job, it doesn't feel natural.
I've heard a lot of people talk about that. And that describes my life as well, by the way. I worked for my father for years in the bar and restaurant business. Now, it was semi natural to me because I grew up in it, but I hated it. I loved going to restaurants to eat, but let me tell you what, working in a restaurant is a ball breaking job, and you got to live there, which I literally lived in our restaurant. I lived in the apartment upstairs. That you have to live that job.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm
Mhm.
guessing that your mother and father are pretty encouraging of your life choice. So
Yeah.
talk to me.
So my mom's like, they're both really supportive. My dad kind of just look into it and make sure it's not a scam, but my mom's like kind of
Yeah.
like my manager.
I had this feeling when I spoke to your mother on Facebook, and she, by the way, she's here. Your mother is here, and she says, "I'm driving and can't log in." Don't worry about it,
Yeah.
Christina.
Yeah.
It's all good, babe. It's all good.
Yeah. Drive
It's
home
all good.
safe or wherever you're going.
Drive safe. Yeah, wherever you are, drive safe. Don't worry. I'll take care of your kid. Don't worry about it. Um, Amelia, questions for this dashingly good
Yeah.
looking young snot nosed kid over here.
Yeah, I know that it says here then in your biography that you actually got into wrestling and everything like that for sports before you got into acting. What got you into wrestling first?
Oh, my dad, he wrestled through his high school career, and it just became my life. It was probably more work than like a 9 to 5. I'd have morning practices, and then after school,
Mhm.
I'd go to privates, and then I had about an hour and a half, then I'd go back to school practice.
Well, I'll tell you what, Gunner. Anybody that's got a picture of Mildred Burke is okay in my book. All right. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go to Gunner Pope's Facebook page. He's the only kid I know under the age of like 1,000 that has a picture of Mildred Burke. And by the way, who's Mildred Burke? She was probably, if not the first, and she certainly was one of the first female bodybuilders that became a wrestler back in the day. And she was married to a promoter named Billy Wolf. Um, see, Gunner, one of the things that you're lucky tonight because you're here with an old wrestling promoter.
Yes.
Really?
So
Mhm.
that's my background. TV and radio. That's my background. Um, so and I read some of your bio. And look, you're a young guy. You're 21. And I get it. You have to pump up your bio a little bit because everybody does. And we don't always tell all the truth in our bio because nobody does. Because it's show business and everybody's bullshitting everybody else because that's what we do. Okay. So if I'm saying to you, Gunner Pope, come in, sit down for this job interview, son. Tell
Yeah.
me about yourself. What are you going to tell me?
I
Tell
would
me the
start.
truth, or you're gonna bullshit me about what's on your resume.
My resume kind of sucks. It's so bad.
It better suck. You're only 21, dude.
There's like nothing on it because all I've ever done is personal train. So that's all that's on there.
Well, one of the things I wrote here is that you are a fitness and fashion model
Mm.
and aspiring actor, but a little birdie, because we got sources everywhere, Gunner. Little
Yeah.
birdie told me you're a hell of a dancer too.
Is that from line dancing?
All they said was Gunner can dance. He can cut cut a rug.
Cut a rug.
Gunner can
I
cut a rug.
I don't think I can dance. I feel like I move like a brick. But we
I've
do
you
go
know
line
I've
dancing.
described to people. They say, "Oh, Mad Dog, describe your dancing. I danced like a tree stump. Is that where you're going with this, Gunner?
Yeah, because when we got line dancing, I have boots on. They weigh like 5 pounds a piece, so it's not the easiest.
Yeah. So your mother's finishing up a film, she said, and so she'll be here shortly. All right.
Mm.
And by the way, I know who she's working for, so that's all cool. We're all. It's funny how things happen in this business. Um, we're going to talk about this candidly and open. Gunner, you got involved with a manager.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in in somewhere in the Carolinas. Let's just put it that way. And we have a mutual friend, Eddie Deason. Eddie's a dear friend of mine. He's been on the show. He's a good guy. We talk,
Yes.
and you shared a manager with him. Well, you thought he was a manager anyway.
Yeah. Wait,
So
there's a couple. My first one. Are you talking about the girl or the guy?
the guy,
Guy.
Okay.
yeah, Steve Joyner. I'll tell you his name.
My mom handles a lot of that stuff, but like throughout the thing, I had a couple other people that were like kind of lending a hand. But my first real manager kind of got gypped out of a lot of money.
First of all, when your mother told me that a manager wanted you to pay him, I said, Christina, run.
Yeah.
Run fucking fast.
It was bad.
Okay? Run. And anyone else watching and listening to this, I want to say this for the world, and I want you to listen to what the Mad Dog is saying. If anyone, and I'm telling you right here, I've been in this business for damn near 50 years. Don't ever, ever pay an agent or a manager for any work that you've gotten until you've gotten the work. And only then are they entitled to a percentage. And that's what you sign on for, a percentage. That's the deal. Any manager or agent who wants money in hand up front, run like the fucking wind.
Yes.
Okay? That's not how this business works. And anybody who tells you otherwise, tell them to call the Mad Dog. I'm not hard to find. On that note, Gunnar Pope is my guest. Amelia, questions for this young man?
Yes. Tell us about the movie Bike Riders that you got that part in.
Yes, that was a long day. Um, I think the most notable part, they put like 40 something bobby pins in my hair because I had really thick hair then.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I met Austin Butler and I didn't
Yeah.
know who he was.
You met
And
who?
Austin
Austin
Butler
Butler.
from Elvis
Oh,
Presley.
Austin Butler?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't
Austin's a
know.
good kid. He's a good kid.
Yeah, and so we were all just talking. There was four of us in that scene, and we're all just kind of saying like when we got into it, all this other stuff. And he didn't like say he did Elvis or anything. He said like iCarly. Um, there was another one from Nickelodeon. And I told my mom, and she was amazed that I met Austin Butler, and I had no idea who he was.
Yeah.
So
It's funny. You kind of resemble
He does.
certain people. Austin, you probably could get away with being mistaken for Austin on some level.
the height's not there. I'm a little short, so
Promoter is it your mother says the promoter? He told us that he was the promoter.
Yeah, she's talking about the gentleman that you just mentioned earlier.
Yeah, Steve Joyner.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
want to mention his name all night
Yeah.
because I want people to understand that he's not a promoter.
Yeah.
He's not a manager. He's not an agent. Okay. And because he's just not.
Yeah.
Okay. And he's not credentialed and he's not licensed. That's the deal. Okay. On that note, Gunnar, I saw a commercial you did. I guess it was for an adult beverage, alcoholic beverage, like a beer commercial, maybe.
yeah. So
How'd that come to you?
Through Alexa. It's an agency down here in Tampa, but it was a surf brand. It's called like Fat Boy Surf Club, and they collabed with Guinness. So that's what we did. I think that was like 4 days ago or something.
Okay. Interesting. Because I saw the trailer of that commercial, and I wanted you and your mother to see something I put together for you. Let me just pull this up here. Amelia, I'm going to surprise this young man.
Yes.
Check this out, young feller. I'll put this up here for you. Watch it. I think you'll like it. And that's Gunnar Pope. You know, it's funny because I was going to call him Patrick.
Patrick Swayze or John
really
Schneider,
does.
right? Yeah.
He really does look. You know, you really you're freaking me out, kid, because you really do look like Patrick. I'll tell you what, we're going to come back with more Gunnar Pope. I want to do this real quick, Amelia.
Yes.
Let's get our commercial out the way first, and we'll be right back.
Jess wanted to start a business when something surprising happened.
Today I'm going to teach you how to crochet.
She started crocheting, like a lot. And her friends noticed.
Jess, you need to sell those.
So she signed up for Shopify and started building her business.
Yes, I love that.
And after a lot of hard work, this happened.
Oh my gosh, I just made my first sale!
You see, every day, hundreds of businesses get their first sale on Shopify.
We got ding!
And the next could be you. So when you're ready to bring your idea to life
And become your own boss.
build it on Shopify.
It's Mad Dog Media. I am the Mad Dog. She is the Pitbull, and that's Gunnar Pope. Gunnar, you're a young guy that's done a little bit. You're making your way through navigating your way through this wild and woolly world of entertainment, show business. What's the best information that you've gotten so far, and the worst piece of information you've been given?
I think the best part, or the best one, I kind of found out the hard way, and it's you're not supposed to pay managers or agents. They take roughly 20% of jobs that they get you. Another one is a lot of people are like fake in this industry. It's more about self-gain.
Brother, if you have a few years, I'll talk to you about some of the stuff to look out for.
Yeah.
I told our friend the Pitbull, I said, this kid's going to get an education, and I want to smarten him up good.
Yeah.
Yeah. When your mother and I had this conversation before we even talked about you coming on here, and I thought to myself, you know something? Somebody's got to look out for these people, because there's a lot of young people like you, Gunnar,
Yes.
who have dreams of becoming somebody and being successful. And that's beautiful. That's good. That's a wonderful thing. But when someone comes along and takes a giant piss on your dream and fleeces you of every dollar you've ever had up to that point, because, when money is fleeting, you can make more money.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to lose it vicariously if you don't have to. The guys like Steve Joyner comes along, or somebody else comes along and wants you to pay them for something they didn't do. Walk away fast. Walk away fucking fast. The other thing that the greatest piece of advice I could give you is don't listen to any single one. Listen to your gut, because if your gut says walk away, it's probably right. Listen to yourself, because invariably at some point, the only person you're going to have to listen to is yourself. Look at Billy Joel. He made millions, millions, and millions and millions of dollars. Okay. The guy who ripped him off was his brother in law. I want you to think about that, what I just told you. The guy who took 40, listen to what I'm saying to you. His brother in law stole $40 million. Are you kidding me? Most people don't make that in a lifetime. Okay. Of course, Billy Joel, his publishing catalog alone is worth a bill 0.3, so it's serious money. A guy like Paul McCartney, his publishing catalog is worth almost 7.5 bill. That's a lot of scratch, brother.
Yeah.
That Beatles money there. That's a lot of scratch, But when you're busting your hump to get a job and then you finally land the job, that's your money to keep. You understand?
Yeah.
Don't let anybody tell you that you got to, fork up some residual money for their pocket, a management fee. Fuck that shit, okay? Be your own manager. Be your own manager. Be your own agent too, if you can help it. If you can, if you can't, let me know, and I'll put you in touch with a couple of really good agents, big time agents.
I have
because we've had them here.
Oh yes, we have.
I have 3 agencies right now. I have one in Chicago, one in Cincinnati, and one here in Tampa.
Okay, and that's all well and good for the East Coast, but what are you doing to branch out for the rest of the country?
That's what I'm still working on. I don't know where to
Well,
look at.
you just hit the lottery, brother. You just hit the lottery, okay? Ching, 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 ching. I'm going to give some numbers to you at the end of the show. Amelia, questions for Gunner?
Of course, absolutely. Is there a show or that interested you? What show interested you to actually become an actor that you saw when you were a little kid?
I don't think this is more like recent. So I was an iPad kid, kind of. I didn't watch a lot of TV. It was more YouTube for me growing up. So that's why I started with social media at first before I wanted to do modeling or acting. And then that's when I heard about agencies through my mom, and then I started doing the modeling route and just traveling, meeting people.
Right.
It was more fun than probably anything else I've done, and it was still work. So
Oh,
That's interesting stuff. Good. So, are you planning? I don't know how much you're planning, but everybody's got kind of an idea of what they want to do. Are you planning on a film career? Is that where you want to hitch your wagon to?
if possible, I would go down that route. But I saw some statistics; it was like less than like 10% or something. So my
I'm
backup,
going to scare you with statistics. I pulled some numbers up tonight because I knew we were going to talk about
yeah,
this. Listen to this one, you guys out there. You guys that are on Sunset Strip in Hollywood thinking that, the next Steven Spielberg is going to come up and offer you a contract. Listen to this one. Three people out of every 300,000. Listen to what I'm saying. 3 out of every 300,000 get discovered.
yeah.
You know how many people go in and out of Hollywood every day? Here's the number. Real number, by the way. 600,000 people on average every single day go in and leave Hollywood. sometimes on the same day. Okay? Sometimes on the same day. I got a friend of mine went to LA to do a movie. He stayed out there for, oh God, how long did Jim Fife stay out there? 8 years, 9 years.
Yeah, something like that. He
Did a
said.
movie with Michael J. Fox. He did a television series for HBO. He did a bunch of movies with Richard Grieco, people like that. Good stuff. But then, as happens even to a seasoned actor, guess what happened? Competition, brother, come knocking at the door. Competition is a hard thing to fight, especially when somebody's younger, prettier, better looking, and has the right qualities that the producer is looking for. You know, it used to be you got work based on your talent.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's, sometimes it's who you know, sometimes it's who you blow. And that's just the way the business is. And I hate to say that. I hate to be really crass about that, but that's just the business. We know because we've had people on the show from the entertainment industry talking about this.
Yes. We
How
have.
hard it is to make it. I want to see you succeed.
Absolutely.
And that's why after this show is over tonight, I'm going to give you some phone numbers that might change your life. I hope they do. I pray they do. Amelia, questions for Gunnar?
Of course, absolutely. I know that you had said that you're wanting to do a. Did you want to start in commercials and then get to a movie? Is that how you want to get, or you just want to just go straight, like you said, into a movie?
Well, I started modeling, and then like the commercials still fell under like the modeling stuff. And I've had smaller stuff. I have 2 upcoming stuff. One's called, I can't remember, The Knights or something, and I have a bigger part in that.
Oh, good. Can't wait to see that.
And there's another one called Marty's Bar, and I play a drug dealer named Preston in it. So
Okay. And
Oh,
what's the movie about?
it's they only casted, so there's no information. There's no for either of them. They're still in pre-production.
Well, but it has to be about something.
I don't know what they're about. We're
Okay, I
still,
got you.
yeah, so it's still like
I was going to say, I've
fairly,
never heard that one. I've been around a long time. I've never heard that one before.
yeah.
Cast a movie and you don't know the name of it.
Well, I know the name. Well, it was just so recent. They haven't even gave scripts or anything like that. I just, I think I think I got both of them off my look. So the Marty's Bar, I'm gonna have to dye my hair blonde again.
Wow. Good.
Gunnar, do you know I've had 17 film directors on this show?
Not.
17 film directors. And I could put you in touch with all of them, brother. That's funny stuff. That's funny stuff. Let's see, is your mother still here?
Yeah, it
Your
looks like she's still
mother
with the
is just a
driving.
wonderful woman. God bless
Yes.
her. Christina, unfortunately, with me driving, I can't join. But okay. Christina, listen, I'll keep your kid here till 9 o'clock. Okay. So, however long it's going to take you, I'll make sure Gunnar stays here until you get home.
And you said that are you living in Tampa?
Yeah, I just
You're
I
not
lived
too
in,
far from me.
yeah, I just lived in Clearwater and I just moved over here. I'm at the top of Tampa.
Well, Mama says that you are 1 in a million.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
you know what?
Mhm.
God bless your mother.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
I wrote. Here's what I wrote for in case your mother joined us. This is I put her. Listen, Christine. I got your name in lights over here, kid.
Mm-hmm.
Christina Pope. She's the mom.
She's the mom. Yeah.
She's the mom. Gunnar. At some point, the good looks are going to fade, and the body may not be what you want it to be. Especially if you're doing modeling, you have a very limited window for modeling. The average model, there are some exceptions, but they're rare, very rare. But the average modeling career lasts 7 years. That's on average. Some last longer. Of course, high fashion, high money. They last a little longer because they can afford the nip and tuck. And that's what it's all about. It's about looking as pretty as you can for as long as you can.
Right.
But the one thing you'll always have going for you, if the face fails you and the body fails you, you'll still have acting chops. So
Yeah.
I think that you're a smart kid for hitching your wagon to the acting bug. I
Yeah.
think it's a smart move. I think you got a little bit of talent from what I saw. Um, I'm sure there's young girls out there going to be knocking each other over to get to you. But I understand that you have a little kind of like a little girlfriend on the side there. Tell me about your little lady friend.
I do not. Yeah.
You don't.
No.
Oh,
Single.
oh, so my information was wrong.
He's single.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wait till I
Yes.
get a hold of that little
Like
fucker.
maybe like a month. That's why I moved over here to Tampa.
Okay, so you had somebody and then you don't now.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. All right. Now, there are a lot of young girls watching the show tonight. Who's the perfect girl? What does she got to have? What's the perfect gunner candidate have to say, all right, latch yourself on, lady.
You're probably
Like,
putting him on the spot.
yeah. I
Bes-
mean, I can just like
besides that, she's got to have Christina's approval.
my type's short blondes. That's it.
Okay, he wants a short blonde. Okay, look, you're in blonde country, brother. You're in
Florida.
Tampa.
Yeah.
You know what you got to do? Oh, there he
Uh-oh.
is. There you go.
Oh, did I disconnect for a second?
Yeah. Now, what you need to do is hang out at my friend Hulk Hogan's beach shop.
Okay. I think I know that.
Have you been there?
I don't think I've ever been there. I just moved over here like maybe a week ago.
Brother, let me tell you something. I'm shooting straight here. Listen to me. Let me bring you up to the big camera.
Yeah.
Go hang out at Hulk Hogan's beach shop. Bro, when you walk in, the girls are going to be like, "Ooh, who's that hottie?" Okay? Amelia, am I lying?
No, he's not. No.
Yeah, I'm serious. Especially if you walk in like with a do-rag around your head going,
No, I can't do rags.
No, but
well, how about like a hat turned around?
no, but
I
I
do
don't.
have a lot of hats.
Because look, Hulk Hogan, and let's be honest about it, okay? Hulk ain't got much hair left, but he could rock a do-rag, brother.
Yeah.
You know?
He fits that like biker build.
I just found out something. I'm serious. I shocked the hell out of me. You ready for this one, Amelia?
What?
Hulk Hogan's Italian.
Really?
I swear, Hulk Hogan is Italian. I can't make this shit up. He said it on the Joe Rogan show.
Hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I don't know many 7 feet Italians, okay? Because I'm like 5 foot shit over here.
Yeah, but see,
know?
Gunner's from Clearwater. Gunner used to live in Clearwater, so there was a
Yeah, but
lot of beach
Gunner
days
is
there,
like
right?
6'8" or some shit. Like he looks tall. It's a tall kid. How tall are you there, Gunner?
Maybe 5'9".
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
really?
5'9".
Now you
Yeah.
come across taller. Why? Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe.
See, I'm going to have to teach you something here, Gunner. This is an interview, so I'm going to have to teach you how to fill in. I'm going to give you free interview classes. You watch.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell your mother that too.
I
I
think
would
he's
say,
a little nervous
Christine,
because
let
mom's
me
not
work
with
with Gunner on his press skills.
him. Oh, I think
I'll
she asked
have
a
him.
question in the chat.
I'll have him cussing like a sailor for you.
Don't do that to him. Don't. I think she has a question in the chat though.
There's a question in the chat. Okay.
Yeah.
If someone can put a speakerphone, yeah. All right. Well, let's see. Can we do speakerphone? We probably could. Amelia, can we put her on a speakerphone somewhere?
Yeah, somebody
Like-
will need to call her though. I
why
think
don't
you.
you? Yeah,
you
I
better-
want to. Here you go. I'm going to do this, Mill. We're going to get your mother in here.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to get your mother in here.
In the meantime, how is it adjusting to Tampa better than Clearwater?
It's so much more fun over here in Tampa.
Yeah, it's more quieter though, ish, right?
No.
No. The only thing about Tampa you got to worry about is the rain and the hurricane weather is going to be more worse in Tampa just to get you. Because I live in Wesley Chapel, Zephyr Hills area. So we're going
Yeah.
to get a lot of that rain over here. So that's one thing you got to get used to more.
All right, Amelia.
Mm-hmm.
In the chat box over here, our private chat,
Yes.
give Christina a holler.
Okay. Let me see if I can.
And then use your mic on your lapel.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to see if we Gunner, hang in there for a second, kid. We're going to see if we're going to get your mom in here.
Alrighty.
And then this will give you a chance to take a drink and or run to the restroom real quick. It's all good.
All right. Let's get her
All
on
right.
here.
Yeah, just Christina Pope. In the meantime, while we're doing that, I am going to go ahead and run our commercial. Gunner, this is one of our sponsors here. I'm going to hook you up with them too. Do you have sweaty balls or volleyball netty balls? It's time to make them ready balls. The Manscaped.com Lawnmower 3.0 will do the job and clean your knob with its patented no-nick head, so your head will function as desired. Enter promo code Wrestling Future for a generous 20% discount. That's enter Wrestling Future for a 20% discount. Manscaped.com and Wrestling with the Future, going balls to the walls with Manscaped.com and the Lawnmower 3.0. Your balls will thank you, and so will we.
Yeah.
What's the Buzz? Popcast and Mad Dog Media are on the air live. And is that Christina? Christina,
Yeah.
you with me?
Can you hear her? Can you hear her, everyone?
Christina, how are you?
Can they hear me?
Can they hear you? Can you hear her?
I can hear. Yeah, I sure can.
I don't know I don't know if she can hear you though, because I
Okay.
got my headphones on.
Oh yeah, I can't hear.
She can't hear you. See, because I have my headphones on.
Oh, damn.
Because
Okay.
I go to a lot now on your.
So I
Well,
think
I'll
you would
tell
have
you
to
what.
call her.
I got the.
Yeah, tell her I'm going to.
And Mad
I'm gonna
Dog's going to
patch
call
her
you
in right-
because that way you can hear everybody.
I'm going to patch her in right
Okay.
now.
Okay, bye bye.
I'm going to patch her in right now.
Yeah,
All right.
it'd be better because I
Amelia.
forgot because I had headphones.
Take over for a moment.
Okay. Yeah, and I was telling you about Tampa. I mean, it's a great place. There's a wrestling. If you want to still get into wrestling too part time, there's a wrestling school in Tampa. If you wanted to go there.
So for wrestling,
Yeah.
I still love combat sports, but
Mhm.
wrestling, the fire's been burned out. I did that for like 12, 13 years
Oh
through
wow.
the summer, everything. So I do Muay Thai now.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, and yeah, but if you ever wanted to do that, that's available. But I was going to tell you about that as well. And there's lots of sometimes there's like acting stuff in Tampa. Just got to go through Facebook and they look for extras. But because with your face and everything, they won't put you as an extra.
Yeah.
There's
I
always in Tampa.
I had an acting coach, Jeremy London, for a bit,
Hmm.
and then moving kind of messed all that up, so
Yeah.
wasn't able to. And I re-moved again over here to
Yeah.
Tampa after
I'm
6 months in
sorry
coach.
that they cut your part though in that movie. I think you would have been a good part in that movie.
Yeah, it happens. It was just more for the experience. I think it was first time on set, so
Hmm.
it wasn't a total bust. So it was still fun, enjoyable. So many snacks. That's probably my favorite part. They
Oh
had a
yeah,
snack
right.
table. Um, and we were actually filming the scene for like 4 hours, like retake after retake after retake, and we missed lunch, which
Mm.
was awful. But they had someone go get us. What did we get? I think it was Chick-fil-A or something. And that
Oh
was it.
yeah, that's the best. How was it meeting Daryl from The Walking Dead?
So his parts were already filmed a month
Mhm.
prior to that, so he was already done with the movie.
Oh,
So
that's
I
probably
only
why.
really met Austin Butler. Everyone else was kind of gone already.
Oh, wow,
Okay,
that
I
was
have
great.
Gunner's mom here on the phone. Christine, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Am I caller number 9? No,
I love her.
Okay.
Yes,
So
she
your
is caller
son
number
here,
9.
he is a very polite young man. Um, he's probably not talk show material because he doesn't talk very much. I have to cure him of that. So I think I'm going to give him media lessons free of charge from me. And then I'm
He
going to set him out in the world and see what he can do with himself. What do you think?
I think it's pretty good.
he and I were talking just fine earlier.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah,
can talk. I'm a talker,
yeah,
but
he and I were speaking just fine, weren't we, Gunner?
yeah.
Or
So
maybe it's just me that he's afraid of. I don't know.
no,
I
so
think
like
your kid's afraid of me, Christina.
for being a personal trainer, we have like 32-ish hundred people come into the gym a day, and
Uh-huh.
I'll talk to 1 out of every 3 people that come through the door. So I definitely get
Okay,
them
so Gunnar,
talking to.
let me ask you a question. Got your mom here.
Yeah.
What's the one thing, the one piece of advice your mother gave to you that will always stay with you?
Yeah.
Like
One,
for,
whether it was life advice or career advice, one piece of advice from the mom.
I'd say it's probably she always tells me to take every single job, like even if it only pays $100.
Oh, yeah.
Just take everything for one
You
the
know, it's funny.
exposure.
We had last night on the show, I had the writer, producer, and director of the Golden Girls here. He's a good friend of mine, Mark Sotkin. And the best piece, I said to him last night, because I knew that you were coming on tonight. I said to him, Mark, what's the best piece of advice you ever got? And he said, the best piece I ever got was from Bernie Brillstein. He was an agent, and he said, take the fucking money.
Take the money. Yes.
Best advice he ever got. Take
Uh-huh.
the fucking money.
Yeah.
That was what he's, and that meant the highest paying jobs that were willing to pay you, take it. Even if the work sucked, take the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your thoughts on that, Christina? What do you say?
Oh yeah, that's what I told him. Like anything that can, but I will promote the hell out of it. Even if
Mhm.
Yeah.
or the big flop or it's not a big project, I know I can make my face work. I only have like $5,000. I can
Yeah.
like $100,000 person reach.
Well, I'll tell you what. You're a lot of people don't know that Gunner's mom, Christina Pope, is also an actress. She's got. We're going to have. She doesn't know it yet. She's finding out right now. But we're going to have her on the show.
Yay!
We're going to have Christina Pope on the show, and I'm going to try and get a hold of her director. In fact, I sent an invite out to her director to be here. Do you enjoy doing indie films?
I do. I like indie films because the projects are smaller. You not just acquire your game more skills and acting. You're learning other jobs on that set too. So you kind of
Right.
start really learning what everybody does. And I think it's,
Yeah. Yeah, we've had a number of directors on the show. I think we've had 17 directors already on the show.
Yes.
I've had a handful of independent directors, but largely I've had studio people here who've directed, big budget pictures. And the one thing that, whether you're a big budget filmmaker or an independent, the one thing that is in always short supply is enough qualified female talent. And oftentimes the female gets killed in the first 5 minutes of the movie,
Mhm.
or she spends 45 minutes of the picture, being chased by a crazed killer with a knife. What are your favorite characters, Christina?
I played like I don't know why I like this one because it's kind of like I played
Right.
the mom of my daughter was missing, so I was a distraught mother,
Mhm.
And it was so easy to fall into that. It was so easy. Like, I didn't think I was going to be able to cry, like on command. But
Yeah.
as a mom, I was able to channel that, and like I was able to. So it was one of my favorite ones because I think it challenged some parts that I didn't know I was going to be able to work yet.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to having you on. I'm going to invite Gunner back on the show again. It's kind of, I think it was kind of unfair. Amelia and I kind of like tag teamed him, and we verbally, assaulted the poor kid.
Yeah, well, I did not. I
But
promise. I was the good
I think
mom.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring him back on with you, if that's all right. Maybe
Yeah.
bring him back next week, and so you can join us. All right, you're okay with that?
Oh yeah, that's fine with me. As of right now, I'm not filming anything next week that I am today. And
Okay.
then tomorrow I got to be back on set at 8, and then for 8.
You got it. All right. Well, listen, young lady, you take care, be safe, and I'll take care of your kid for you. Okay?
Thank you.
You got it, sweetie. Take care. I love that woman. She's a piece of
Yeah,
work.
she is really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what tells you that's a good mom and a good manager, because not only that, she plays a mom, and of course she is the good manager because she watches out for her children, make sure that they have the good role,
Yeah.
make sure that they're not going to get screwed over with money, and she knows exactly what her son's going to be doing and where he's going to be and what exactly he's going to be doing,
Absolutely. Of course.
right?
We
Yeah,
do.
she-
We tend to look out for people on this show, especially Gunner, the people that we like.
Yes.
So you will very quickly become part of the Mad Dog family. It'll take you maybe one more show to do that, but I think Amelia kind of opened the door for you a little bit here, and I'll kick the rest of it in, so you're good to go.
Yeah. And that's how I am. I'm like the mom of everybody here. He'll tell you,
she
because
is.
I
She's a mother.
I look out for everybody on here, no matter how old
Yeah.
you are. Like, I take you in,
Remember this, Gunner. She's the mom, but I'm the mother. Okay, remember that.
the
All right, listen.
Italian
We
mother.
have one more spot to do. One more small spot from one of our sponsors at Pepsi, and we'll be right back after this.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Check it out.
All right, we are back with Mad Dog Media, and this is What's the Buzz, America's Best Podcast. Tonight, an unfair assault on a very young man named Gunner Pope.
Oh
And
my
God bless
Okay.
his mother. What a sweet lady she is.
Yes.
I think we're going to have you back probably next week, Gunner. And,
Got it.
we'll ease you into this. I think we really beat this kid poorly tonight. No, it's all good. It's all good. Amelia,
Yes.
what do we got coming up? Tell everybody what's coming up.
Well, let's see. Well, we're gonna have no show, of course, on Monday, Labor Day, or maybe
That's
we
Labor
will.
Day. Yep, no show on Labor Day.
And well, so far we have that. This is 10. Like things can change, but we have Rise of the Portals on Tuesday, and then CERN Part 2 on Wednesday.
Yes, we are doing. Let me tell everybody. I'm going to give, and you'll finish it up, but I'm going to give everybody a little heads up. We are doing a companion show to our show on CERN in France. We're calling it Rise of the Portals. There have been a number of people around the world here, especially lately,
absolutely,
reporting a number of portals opening up around the world.
Yes.
Odd behaviors and filming them when they're able to get close enough. Well, we got a video of one that came in from, I think, where was it, Amelia? That one.
It was recently in Tennessee, where I used to live. In Johnson
City. Yes.
Yeah.
Johnson City, Tennessee. Now, we're going to take a look at that video, and we're going to take a look at the one in Cologne, France,
Yes.
that happened in 2018. and we're going to see if there's any similarity there. Then we are doing a couple of heavy hitters. Amelia, who's coming? Who's
Oh,
coming to see you?
absolutely. Well, we have on September 9th, we have author Dan Luzader. He's
That's Dan. Yep,
conspiracy
Dan
theorist.
will be here.
And then on the 10th and 11th, we're going to pay some tribute to some wrestlers that just recently passed away.
Yeah, we're going to pay tribute to Kevin Sullivan, a professional wrestler, Kevin Sullivan, who has been here on our show. And, of course, the late Sid Vicious,
Yes.
also known as Sid Justice or Psycho Sid from the World Wrestling Federation. Sid Ely passed away just a couple of days ago. Going to pay tribute to Sid and Kevin Sullivan. What else we got, Amelia?
And then on September 16th, we just got it confirmed that we're going to have Michael Leonard from the
Confirmed
Walton
today.
Mama Walton.
Mom Walton from the Waltons, the classic TV show, The Waltons. Mama Walton will be with us. Michael Leonard, a career spanning some 64 years as an actress.
That's amazing.
That's
career.
called longevity there, Gunner.
Yes.
That's longevity. 64 years, bro.
Long time.
And then I'm going to blow everybody's mind. Are you ready for this one?
Yes.
We have one of the original crooners from the 1950s, a guy that was right up there with Chuck Berry, Little Richard, and Elvis Presley. His name is Pat Boone. Pat Boone will be a guest on this show, and I am psyched to have him on. We also we have confirmed, in fact, last night while we were doing the show, we confirmed this, that we will have Jane Dorian. Now, you don't know who Jane Dorian is, but if I say to you Broadway fans, Jerry Herman was the toast of Broadway and wrote some of the most amazing shows like Akaja Fall. He wrote Mame. He wrote, dear. Name, Hello, Dolly. What's the other one? The big one. Putting on the Ritz.
Putting on the Ritz, yes.
Jerry Herman. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, it doesn't get any bigger than that, man. Broadway.
I was just shocked when you told me how old Pat Boone was. I was like, wow.
90 years old. He will be the second old. Listen to this one. He will be the second oldest guest, Gunner, that we've had on the show.
Mm-hmm.
We had 95-year-old about 4 weeks ago.
4 weeks ago, yes.
4 weeks ago, we had a 95-year-old man named George Slaughter. Let me tell you who George Slaughter is, because he's still
Yes.
George Slaughter created a show and produced a show called Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In. Ask your mother about it. She knows.
And he is smart as a whip.
She might be too young, too, because she's younger than I am. I'm the old man of the group here. God,
Yep.
Your mother's just like a little kid next to me. I feel so old anymore. How old's your dad? About 45, maybe?
48.
I'm going to smack him, tell him, okay? 48. I was what? I said 45, right? I wasn't far off.
No.
Well, I'll tell you what, Amelia,
Yes.
it's been a great show tonight.
Yes.
Gunner, you're coming back with us again, Gunner.
Okay.
For Gunner Pope, for Amelia Pipple Chapman. Until we see you again, Lord bless you and the creek don't rise. I am the Mad Dog, and we'll see you next Monday. We pray and we hope, again, like I say every week, Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Take care, folks. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.